Hey, I'm Luis with the Sunday Afternoon Project, and I'm here with my good friend Chris. How are you today?
Doing well.
So, could you tell us a little bit about what we're doing here, what's happening this weekend with you guys?
Well, first, we are celebrating an initiative started by a Swiss logician and then supported by UNESCO and the CIPSH to celebrate logic. But specifically, we are here today to talk about the intersection of logic and decision making, and how do we empower the next generation, our youth, to be able to make better decisions, right? So how do we empower them with these tools that will ultimately help create better opportunities for them?
That's great. How do you use logic on your in a regular day?
Well, we all use logic every single day. So the thing is logic is something that every single one of us uses in the decision-making process. So part of today is, understanding what is logic, how is it something we use, and then how can we use this tool better to create better outcomes.
How did you get so passionate about? Because I know you for a while, and I know that you're always looking forward to. You're passionate about giving access to people to the information, to the right information. That's so important. Why do you think you're passionate about that?
100% my mom. So my mom was an educator. She taught kids with, helped create she was a director of inclusion, so helped see to it that kids K through 5, that no one was left behind. Yeah. Kids with special needs, kids of any need, should always have the ability to get the education that should be afforded to them. Yeah. And so she dedicated her life to that, and growing up with a mother that cared so much about that, I think I think that aspect of me is 100% because of her.
That's a great answer. And what advice would you give today to your future self?
To my future self, I would say to heed my own advice that we've shared today. So always continuing to stay curious, make sure to continue to keep an open mind. As we get older, we tend to become a little bit more closed-minded. Yeah. We kind of get into that spot where we've figured out life to a degree, and we assume that now we know how to make decisions. Yeah. But sometimes we see with our kids that then they go on and they make decisions we never would have, and then that leads to even better outcomes for them. So I think it's about continuing to stay curious and open, and challenging your own logic.
And the last question that I have for you, and this is more personal. What would you say that is your happiest childhood memory?
I would say, wow, that's a difficult one. My happiest childhood memory.
Would it involve traveling, cooking, your birthday party, or?
I would say for me, my happiest memories were always just the time spent with family. I always just cared more about that side of it. Maybe one of my happiest memories is I am half Italian, so having had family that lived abroad in Italy, getting to meet, one of the values of having had this opportunity to have a family that lived in a different country is, wow, the way that they view the world is so different. And so one of the things I would say to the next generation, to kids to think about is, traveling is an amazing thing, because when you travel and you go somewhere and you meet people from a completely different value system, the way that they view the world is so different, and their viewpoints will help you to see where you might have flaws in your own viewpoints. And so that's I think for me the best memory is having had the opportunity to travel abroad.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.